A master troll or disaster manager? Trump imitator or Trump eliminator? Maybe all of the above.
I can't wait to find out.
This is Not My Party, brought to you by the Bulwark. Once again, the news is swirling around.
Florida, Florida, Florida.
And the state's governor, Ron DeSantis, is in the eye of the storm.
Don't worry, he's where he wants to be.
In part thanks to his own media manipulation, and in part because the news blew across his shores. This week, he's been managing the devastating hurricane that blasted Florida. Dozens of deaths, entire neighborhoods leveled.
The Barrier Island, which is home to more than 6,000 year-round residents, is now only accessible by boat or helicopter.
More than 600,000 people remain without power as the number of people confirmed dead soars to at least 82.
It's gotten really bad.
Some parts of the response have been criticized.
Frustration mounted as civilians were told to pause their relief operations for several hours as Governor Ron DeSantis toured the area.
But one major element has worked better than anticipated. The local, state, and federal government working together again.
You want to hear something crazy?
This is not about our disagreements politically. This is about saving people's lives, homes, and businesses.
What?
Back in the Trump years, the president would threaten to not provide emergency services to blue states unless the local politicians bent the knee.
The California wildfires. He told us to stop giving money to people whose houses had burned down because politically it wasn't a base for him.
Ugh, he's the worst.
Not so with DeSantis and Biden, who have spoken a bunch of times and coordinated on the response.
It's my sense that the administration, wants to help. So we're thankful for that.
Which might feel like a surprising level of cooperation after the shit DeSantis has been pulling lately.
Oh yeah, that's right.
If you missed his latest antics with the migrant flights, here's the gist. DeSantis used taxpayer dollars to trick Venezuelans fleeing communism into getting on planes that were then sent to Martha's Vineyard, a fancy beach town in Massachusetts. There, he dumped the migrants on liberals' lawns in a failed attempt to own them and to draw attention to the southern border crisis.
All the migrants were given food, water, and shelter for the night. A harrowing journey made somewhat better by a community that stepped up in a moment of need.
Now, there are a lot of problems with this. First, of course, is the morality. Using desperate human beings as pawns in a big troll is pretty sociopathic behavior. One said he wanted to cry, felt destroyed inside, that he was tricked, frightened.
That's fucked up.
Then there's the question of using Florida taxpayer dollars to do this. Maybe the Texas governor transporting immigrants north would have a legitimate point about wanting to share the burden with other states about the crush of immigrants at his border.
Little heads up would have been nice.
But DeSantis doesn't have a border problem. Let's consult a map. The border with Mexico is here. Florida is way over here. See that blue stuff around it? Water.
The essence of wetness.
The same thing creating a real crisis in Florida protects the state from the imaginary immigration crisis Ron DeSantis is pretending he's dealing with.
It's all a game to him.
Nevertheless, this cruel, pointless, wasteful, possibly illegal stunt landed with the desired audience. Fox News hosts were getting turned.
Ron DeSantis sending 2 flights of migrants to Obama's favorite vacation spot, Martha's Vineyard.
Which makes sense. It's a vineyard, and those grapes ain't gonna pick themselves.
Which is huge for DeSantis, because his eyes are on the White House, even if it means maybe going toe-to-toe with his small-handed hero.
Let them fight.
While I'm pretty skeptical this sniveling knockoff could actually take on Trump, the truth is, of all the Republicans, he's got the best shot.
That's depressing.
For 2 reasons. One, as he showed this week, he can handle a real crisis without being a petty bitch who lives for drama, which has appeal for the Republican normies who are sick of Trump shit. More importantly, he's found the key to the red-blooded MAGA voter's heart.
Hell yeah, brother. Own those libs.
He gets that the more he triggers the media, wokerati, us never Trump cucks, the more Republican voters believe that he's enough of a fighter to replace their last love.
Never, ever back down from a fight.
Now, it's easy to pick on poor, desperate immigrants for your political ends. It gets much harder when you have to stand on a debate stage next to the dude who has mastered the game of performative outrage. I'm pretty skeptical he'd come out on top, but maybe we'll get to find out.
Will you be voting for the giant douche or the turd sandwich?
We'll see you next week for more Not My Party. For more weekly episodes of Not My Party, smash that subscribe button.